Director of the Women's Missionary Union, for a report.
We hope you're enjoying being in the hometown of Women's Missionary Union. This has been our home for the past 98 years. In the entire history of our organization, we've stayed focused on our assigned task. We make disciples of Jesus who live on mission. And we do it in 3 ways. We have missions discipleship for every age level, we develop leaders, and we engage in compassion ministries. Let's hear how one children's home is partnering with WMU.
Perry Hancock is the president and CEO of the Louisiana Baptist Children's Home. Perry, why did you decide to start a WMU Christian Women's Job Corps on your children's home campus?
Northeast Louisiana has a high rate of domestic violence, which creates homelessness for women and children. The Lord led us to establish a transitional living program for those families. But we knew the women needed more than just a safe place for them and their children. They needed life skills and job skills. Many of them had never completed a high school diploma. And all of them needed the Lord in their lives if they were going to be successful. When we looked at Christian Women's Job Corps, we found the perfect solution for meeting those needs.
And your wife leads the ministry. Tanya, your site has recently become a WMU World Crafts Artisan Group, and WMU helps sell those items that your artisans are making. Tell us how that ministry is transforming lives.
Myasia walked into our class homeless and hungry, but she had a strong desire to earn her high school equivalency. We were able to help with temporary housing as she began her journey with us. She quickly became interested in our Bible study and prayer time. I called her in my office one day and asked her if she would like to become a World Craft artisan, and she quickly accepted it. After that time, she called me one morning and very excited and said, "Miss Tanya, I've given my life to Christ." Amen. And on July 11th, she'll walk across the stage and receive her high school equivalency. She now has a hope and a future.
Amen.
We engage in compassion ministries and we develop leaders. We are intentional in our quest to be lifelong learners to make a bigger impact for the kingdom.
That's right, Sandy. My husband and I served with IMB for 28 years, but today I get to work with Christian Women's Leadership Center. We put courses online to develop leaders because we believe that today's Christian women have a unique opportunity to lead this next generation of women and our nation back to God. You know, in our courses, we have people from around the world. And one of our Hmong Americans who serves in a closed country has shared how the courses have helped her feel equipped to serve for God's purposes. We want to encourage all the women here to join us in the Know Your Neighbor Leadership Challenge that's going to begin in August.
Thank you. We engage in compassion ministries, we develop leaders, but we may be best known for our missions discipleship. These are my mission friends, the preschoolers that I teach each week. From the earliest stages of life, WMU provides the building blocks of faith and an awareness of God's work in the world. Cindy Townsend directs the work of mission groups at First Baptist Jackson. Cindy, why is missions discipleship critical?
Sandy, missions discipleship is so critical because it's all about Jesus. It's about Jesus' command to go to Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and the ends of the earth, and to tell our neighbor next door and halfway around the world about Jesus. It's about Jesus' heart for all people to know him and for us to go and share the gospel story with them. And missions discipleship is about Jesus' call that we will all be on mission every day. You know, at our church, First Baptist Church, Jackson, Mississippi, you might ask someone there, what is the DNA of your church? And many of the people in our church say the DNA of our church is missions. And the heart of that DNA is missions discipleship, because we want desperately for all of our churches to embrace missions discipleship for all ages, preschool, precious children like this, all the way through senior adults. And the reason we want to do that is so that all generations will know God's mission and embrace it as their passion.
Amen. And your children have come on stage.
Yeah.
They spent the whole year learning about God's work in the world. And I understand this is a song they did at their recognition service a few weeks ago. Joining them are RAs and GAs from Alexander City, Alabama. Let's watch.
You only need a spark to start a whole blaze. It only takes a little faith. Let it start right here in this city. So these old walls will never be the same. Over and over again, I hear your voice in my head. They need to know, I need to go. Spirit, won't you fall on my heart now? Start a fire in my soul. Fan the flame and make it grow. So there's no doubt or denying. Let it burn so brightly that everyone around can see that it's you that we need. Start a fire in me. You are the fire, you are the flame, you are the light on the darkest day. We have the hope, we bear your name, we carry the news that you have come to save. Only you can save. Start a fire in my soul, fan the flame and make it grow. So there's no doubt or denying. Let it burn so brightly that everyone around can see that it's you that we need. Start a fire in me.
We make disciples of Jesus who live on mission. We do that through compassion ministries, leadership development, and missions discipleship for all ages. If you have time while you're in Birmingham, please stop by the WMU building at 100 Missionary Ridge. We would love to have you. You can see Annie Armstrong's furniture, but there's no jumping on the bed. You will also find Lottie Moon's trunk and other beautiful artifacts that we have received from missionaries all around the world. Join us as we seek to honor our missions legacy and generations past while energizing and engaging the generations ahead in our missions purpose. Thank you. You can find our full report in your SBC Book of Reports on page 138. Mr. Chairman, this concludes our report.